Welcome to the Tom Barnard podcast with the family, with
co-host Catherine Brandt,
Andy Barnard,
and the biggest name in comedy, Kostaki Economopoulos.
the biggest and longest.
That's right.
Don't forget about that, ladies and gentlemen. One thing that I really loved about doing this show, because we just went through a situation, Paul Allen over on KFan made a statement. And I think what he said was that, I don't know, I don't want to get involved with the statement itself, but I've known Paul for a long time, and not that we're close friends or anything, but I do like the guy, and he's always been nice to me. But so he stepped away for a couple of. Why are people getting? The reason I even bring that up, are your audiences getting touchier about what's funny?
I haven't. I mean, I think there's a little creep on that. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
But I find that the polarization on social media is the biggest change.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
We're not even watching the same news anymore, and there's definitely tribalism and just knee-jerk reactions of defending the team position, the perceived two teams, whatever that means to everybody.
But
That seems like the biggest change.
I joke around with people now, and they get pissed off at me. It's like, I'm just kidding, for God's sake.
Right.
Calm down.
That's right.
Jesus. Everybody's so tight ass about everything now. It's what a world. That's all I have
People
to
love
say.
to type in, you can't joke about that. Like, yeah, I can.
Yes, I can. Absolutely.
what I want.
I'm a
No
professional
question.
comedian. You're following me, and the content's free. Stop
would
bitching about
agree.
it.
Every so often we get a comment on our Facebook page. It's like, I stopped listening to KQ 20 years ago, and
20 years ago.
I've listened to your podcast and so forth. And it's like, how did you get here then?
Right.
If you haven't listened to anything any of us have said in 20 years, how did you and why would you come here?
Right.
Right.
I don't know. It would be like, I don't know, what's something I haven't watched in 20 years? Dora the Explorer. It'd be
Yeah,
like me
there you
going
go.
to Dora the Explorer Facebook page and being like, your stuff isn't for me anymore. It's like, okay,
Well,
cool.
I think there's a social contagion of moral superiority
It
going
is.
on
Oh, yeah.
in America, and it's like, if you don't think the way I think, you're
Yep.
evil.
Well, in good news, we got a message on the chat here from an Eric. I lived in Minnesota 2017 through 2022. I discovered Tom and Michelle on my morning drives. So he's a relatively new listener. Being from Texas, I found Minnesota radio mostly insufferable except for Tom's show.
Well,
I didn't
that's
know
wonderful.
until seeing Catherine's X account that Tom was podcasting now. So he's
Oh,
aware of
Nana.
us. To you. Yep. I will start listening from down here in Bama. God bless all. God save Minnesota. He did not say roll tide, but I'm assuming
Yeah, there you go.
It's implied.
yes,
That
it's
is
always
very
implied.
nice to hear. Very well. You know, one thing I can tell you, I know the numbers are clicking up big time, and you know how I know that? Because both sides were getting a lot of praise from one side and just getting ripped to shit on the other side. So I
Right.
know the numbers are doing well. So
Yeah.
there you have it.
Right.
Well, there are also social media watch groups that just go in and blast anybody that has another opinion.
Really?
Yeah, that's what people do with their day.
Why?
I guess they lead empty lives and find some
Yes.
sort of power over, doing this. I'm not really sure.
I guess I just, why don't you want to have fun and, come on, tell a few jokes, have a few laughs, go out to dinner with some friends, go for a walk. I mean, there's so many things to do better than bitch about somebody else's opinion.
Right. It's a tricky one for me because I agree exactly with what you just said. But I have a little bit of like nagging sense of citizenship, and I feel like the social media is the current public square. It is where we're having conversations. It is where we're exchanging ideas. I feel obligated to put my toe back in that a little bit. I don't know. It's a tricky dance for sure.
Well, I just get worn out by it, so I wish everybody just backed the hell off so I wouldn't have to think about it all the time.
Yeah. It's definitely too much of it, sort of broadly in the culture. Yeah, I agree.
There's no question about it, but I just the last thing that I just can't get over, it really bothers me daily, is I've tried to talk Rosie O'Donnell into coming back, but she just won't come back to America. What did she
Where
move
is
to?
she now?
She's in Ireland, I think.
Oh, that's right. I think you're right.
I think she moved to Ireland.
O'Donnell, wouldn't it be Scottish or is she Irish?
O'Donnell?
When I think, isn't that like a Scottish thing?
Well, she's basically
Oh, no, her
made
mother is Irish American. So yeah, she is Irish ethnically. So I guess why not?
Yeah.
It's true. What were you saying, Nana?
she basically made a little bit of a career comeback just on social media by, this whole war with Trump thing,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
so,
Yawn.
what we were talking, what did Kristen call it yesterday? Geezer teaser?
The geezer teaser,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And once somebody gets into oblivion, the best thing to do is start hating on the current guy.
I guess
Yep,
it's just
that's what they do.
ridiculous, honest to God.
Can you move your mic a little closer to your mouth? Not a ton, but Mom.
Okay.
Mama ooh mau
There we
mau.
go.
Really quiet.
There
Okay.
you go. There you have it. So what's going on in your world, Kostaki?
Well, watching some football this weekend. Excited about the Super Bowl, and I'm kind of, this time. It's funny. This time of year, I get a little football burnout. It's weird because I love football so much, and I'm so thirsty for it when the season comes around. But in January, I get a little like, I'm tired of waking up on Tuesdays super early. I'm tired of staring at a blank page on Sunday afternoon. Like, please,
Yeah.
baby Jesus, let me write some good jokes.
Baby Jesus helping you write the
There's a
jokes.
little bit of the grind of it. So I'm kind of excited about the next chapter of the year and doing some fun stuff with the kids. We're going to Greece this year.
Ooh,
So,
very nice.
life's good. My day-to-day life is really good. My kids are thriving, and I'm enjoying running around. This week in LA, it's like 68 degrees. I'm watching all the news of all the chaos everywhere. I'm like, my
About
life's pretty good.
68?
Yeah.
Wait,
It's not bad.
are they saying that's cold?
No, I'm saying it's delightful.
Okay. I was gonna say, geez.
We can go to the pool, and all the airports are shut down, and people losing electricity, and they're snuffling. They're trying to dig their cars out of the snow, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. We can go to the pool probably.
Well, sometimes Kristen comes on and she's like, "It's 65 here. I got a sweater on." It's like, okay.
I do actually
pretty much
have.
true.
It is chilly in the morning. It's colder than that now.
Now, Andy will know this, but for Kostaki, Nana, yesterday we opened the door, walk out in the hall, and it's about 100 out there
In the hallway?
100.
in the hallway.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
really
It was
stifling.
hotter than hell. So Nana gets on the horn. What was it, about 3 minutes later? It was beautifully cool.
Well, the plumber guy fixed it, he said.
That's right. The plumber guy fixed it.
Craig, who we had on yesterday, who happens to be from Minnesota. We had him pop on the show for a few minutes.
That was great.
And I complained about the hallway being hot. Next thing I know, he comes in, hallway's fixed.
What was broken
Like, how do
about
you
the
do
hallway?
these
The
things? He's a
plumber
magician.
could fix it.
Yeah, what was that, Catherine?
I think it was, well, there was another guy in the hallway they're working on this building like crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe he had him do it. I don't know. I don't know what happened. All I know is it's nice in there now. So
I want a guy like
take
that
it.
in my life. I need a husband. That's probably what I need.
To get that going.
I need someone that
Yeah.
can wander into the hall and fix whatever's happening, and
Yeah,
then
this
come
is
back.
yeah, Craig is that guy.
I love that.
He'll think
thought it was
about it
Greg.
and he'll fix it.
Isn't it Greg?
I thought it was Craig.
I think it's Greg.
Is it Craig?
I thought it was Craig, too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Well,
Tire
we'll
carver.
track him down.
Pretty
That's
sure
why
he's
you-
the one who
They said
said
Craig
Greg yesterday.
downstairs.
That's why you hang in there with a name like Kostaki. People remember.
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
This is
that's true.
This
I
is
was going to be like, was it Fostocky? I can't remember.
Yeah, Fostocky. Isn't he on the show with Tom Brainerd?
Craig.
I think. I get Tom Brainerd all the time. Well, not as
Brainerd.
much as I used to, but Tom Brainerd.
It was Greg.
Yeah.
It was Greg.
We have to
Sorry.
credit him properly.
Oh, so it was Greg.
No, Kristen remembers too.
Oh, there you go. Kristen
there
Bird
you
said
go.
it was Greg.
I'm terrible with names. Always have been.
What the hell?
Me too, believe me.
I know.
Hello, Tom.
Get it
Hello,
from me.
Thomas. Nice to see you. It says
I
hello,
can forget
Tom.
someone's name while I'm still shaking their
Me
hand.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
No,
Oh,
Absolutely.
it's terrible. And it's like you're supposed to, make up some little story about them, and I'm
Right.
like, by the time you say what's your name and what your name is, it's like the
Yeah.
stories of how am I supposed to make up a
The story is that I'm trying to remember your name and I cannot. Well, Melissa's kind of like that. She'll be like, "Oh, Ashley from school." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? No, I don't know Ashley from school."
Yeah.
Don't
Took
you
me
care
3 years
about
into
your
our
children?
marriage to remember your name. It's going to be a while before I know Ashley.
It's
By the way, he's
interesting
not
because
kidding with that.
I'm genuinely interested in other human beings, and I just cannot remember their names. And I know they think that's important, and
I
I'm
know.
aware of that, and I
Right.
try, and I still fail.
See, I remember faces, but names.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm good at faces. I'm good
Yep.
at even like backstory. I remember you're from Nebraska, and you had this thing with your mom. I remember all these weird things, but I don't. But
Well, yeah,
I don't
that's how
know.
Melissa describes people that we know now. She's like, "Oh, you know the people with the kid who goes to the thing and wears that jacket." And I'm like, "Oh
Right.
yeah, I know." Yeah, but
And
say their name.
sometimes-
No idea.
Sometimes if I'm in a social situation where I know I'm not going to have a long-term relationship with the person, I'm just like, I just nickname them whatever I know about them. I'm like, can you reach that cooler, Nebraska? And I just nickname them that. And that's how I refer to them during the next few hours.
Right,
And then
right.
I never see them again. And Nebraska worked just fine. I don't have to know if it's Steve or Scott or whatever.
God, so I just got a message from somebody who brought something up from about probably 25 years ago. When did Harry Carey die? How long ago did he die?
That's been
A
a minute.
long time. Let's see. Harry Carey.
Over under, Tom. What do you got before he answers? What do you
20
think?
years.
I'll take the under.
You're taking the under because it's
But that's-
almost 30.
Yeah,
Almost
wow.
30?
Wow, you win, Tom.
1998.
God.
That's a
Kostaki,
while ago.
Kostaki, you'll
98.
love this story.
Oh, I lose.
98 he died. So Harry used to come on the show a lot and was just wonderful. And he was always a great guest and the rest of it. And he came on one time, and I think it was John Lastman got him, but it was supposed to be funny. You know, he said something about Harry and it was supposed to be funny. He says it. The mic goes quiet. All of a sudden, Harry Carey goes, "Barnard, control your monkeys." I thought it was one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my entire life. Control your monkeys. Okay. I knew Kostaki would like that one.
I do enjoy that. It's a good impression too. I loved
loved
Harry
him.
Carey. I totally see how he became a gigantic sort of fixture
Oh,
in
yeah.
American culture. Yeah.
And then
Do
there
you
was a
know-
guy.
Do you know what his real name was?
I do not.
It wasn't Carey.
Was it Harry
Belafonte?
Goldenstein? Is it one of those kind of names?
That's closer.
Yeah.
He was Italian and Romanian. His real name was Harry Carabina.
Carabina.
Yep.
Harry. Well, so Carey, Cara.
Yeah.
All right.
They
Not
they
bad.
did the
You
whole
just shorten it. Yeah.
Ellison Island thing or whatever, where you come.
I could be Chris Poulos if that's what you need. All right.
Yeah,
exactly.
sounds good to me. No
Christopher
question about it.
Economy.
No question about it. Sounds perfect. I love it. So, yeah, we're just kind of hanging in. Oh, I like this. I just got a text message. Don't forget John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Is that his real name? No.
Well, his name is my name too.
Yes, there you go. So what else is happening, Kostaki?
Well, we watched some football this weekend. We had a big snow game. The snow was crazy in Denver.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't see the field clearly at all. It was like being a referee. I was like I don't know what's going on. I can't see. The snow got so thick nobody could do anything. It was like the Raiders playing the Jets. It was no one could do. These are the jokes, everybody.
Well, believe me, it's one of those days. It's,
Hello.
The game had low visibility. It was like me on TikTok.
oh,
Not
God.
a very good demographic match.
TikTok.
The snow games are fun. I like snow games, right? That game was so white, it knew the names of all of Jeff Dunham's puppets. Boy, that's white.
Oh,
Jeff
that's
Dunham.
white.
God, I haven't heard that name in a while.
I'm the palest person I know, and I can't name a single one. So
Not old
that's
enough.
stereotype, sir.
You don't remember Peanut? You're.
I think I might be too young for
I
him.
think you're
don't know.
too young. I think that's the answer. Yeah.
I don't know any of them.
Okay, very quickly, I'm going to throw this in because we've gotten about 15 responses. Big Dave 13. We got Steve England. Harry said that to Mike Gelfand. And, of course, it was pointed out Harry hated Mike Gelfand.
Oh, how do you hate Stretch?
I know. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It's so
White
easy to
takers?
love.
I remember coming into that room and being kind of overwhelmed by what was happening. There's so many different voices for a while there.
Oh yeah.
And of course, you had the mysterious voice of God. You weren't in the same space.
Yeah. Oh,
you
that's
were
true, yeah.
But you were running the show, and it was like this little cabal of monkeys. It's a good word.
Control your monkeys. Barnard. He always called me Barnard. Barnard, control your monkeys. God, we used to run into him. Well, you had the restaurant in downtown Chicago, obviously, because that's where he lived, and the Cubs games and all the rest of it. Wait a
Right.
minute. He did White Sox and the Cubs, didn't he, at different times, obviously, early in the career. I don't remember. I thought he may have done both Chicago teams
Oh, wow.
at different times, but I'm not sure about that. But that's one of the great blessings of my life is to look back at all those wonderful people that
Oh,
you came on the show, and it was something else. And
Was he? I mean, he had a reputation for like slurring a little by the end of the game. He was drinking during the broadcast
oh yeah,
in the old days. Yeah.
yep.
We wasn't drinking when he came in to do morning radio, right?
I wouldn't think so. No.
You
Yeah,
never
okay.
know.
Well, again,
Nana said, "You never know."
he seemed to have a nice life. I got no judgment. I was just curious.
One of my favorites is a friend of mine has the audio to this day, but Harry was trying to make this very definitive, very important point, except he had had a few too many Budweisers or whatever it was. So when he tried to deliver this really important line on the air during a Cubs game, you know, it's one of those deals when you get to the point where you just kind of whoosh. You mean wish there? You're worse. Honest to God, I was like, oh my God. Harry, back off the booze, man.
We've all been there.
What the hell? What are you going to do?
So that's a lovable character.
It's true. Oh, wait a minute. It says, Howard, jump into the chatsy quick. What does that mean?
Howard.
It says Howard. See the second, Big Dave 13.
See that?
Jimp into
Oh,
Kathy.
he wants Tire Carver to get into the hidden chat.
Oh, it says Jimp. You're right. Nana's right. It says jump into the conversation.
Typo. It's okay. We all do it.
We're coining it. Jimp means to shift from one chat room to the other. He's going to jimp. Jimp over to chats.
Okay,
Made up a
excellent.
word.
That's the new word. Yep.
Good.
Glad to hear
wow.
it. No question about it.
You mentioned referees and not being
Yeah.
able to see things, and actually, I've been wondering for a while. How long do you think it's going to be until referees are replaced with an array of cameras and AI?
Oh,
Yeah, drones.
Well, it's moving that direction. You know,
Yeah.
now there's a chip in the ball, and they're doing close first down calls that way.
Huh.
And of course, there's every season there's another step towards replay being the final decision maker.
Yep.
You know, they got a guy in New York that watches replays in real time and is making calls, and you know, it's,
really?
yeah, we're moving towards, you know, all of that. And now you have the call on the field, and then you review it, right? Mm-hmm. And it has to be clear and obvious evidence to overturn it. So the play on the call on the field has precedence, but it can easily be overturned by the film, which I think you need that in the modern era, because you're on your
Yeah.
couch and that's clearly a fumble, and it changes the
Right.
course of the game. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense.
Well, yeah, and it also helps take away the thought that the games are rigged.
Yeah, there is that.
Ooh.
Like if we know down to the millimeter where the ball actually landed because we got a chip in it, it's like you can't say, well, I think it was on this side of the line, because we know
Right.
exactly where it was. It's hard to rig that, I would say.
Kostaki,
Yeah.
you would know this. There was a game, I think it was last weekend or maybe a couple of weeks ago, where the officials made some of the worst calls ever seen, and they were on camera, and it was proven they were absolutely wrong, and it was literally on purpose. They were making calls against the team they wanted to lose.
I don't know. I mean, if you were scripting the NFL, you definitely wouldn't have these two teams in the Super Bowl. This is not what.
No, that's true. No, I'm just talking about this one particular game, and I can't even remember what it was, an NFL game or a college game. I can't remember. But these referees made some of the worst calls I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean that's why I did the joke about the refs. There's definitely
Yeah.
been some scandalous callings this year, but yeah, I mean I would much rather have Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. That would be a much better story.
Yeah.
There's so many better stories, and there's better markets in terms of like eyeballs. If you were rigging the games for viewership, you would definitely include Josh Allen in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I could
And
see
of course, the Cowboys too they're the media darling for the NFL. They're far and away the best ratings team, and they haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years.
Oh,
God, really?
So, I mean, if you were rigging the games, you definitely want those guys in there more often than that.
You would think.
Darren Cotton says it was the Bills game.
Oh, it was the Bills game. Yeah, I think you're right, Darren. I think it was the Bills game. Darren, did you see how many bad calls? I mean, horrible calls against one team. It was literally like 5 to 10 really bad calls.
Yeah.
And maybe Darren knows that number. It was just amazing to watch.
Well, another thing we forget, I think it's an 11, 12 billion dollar business now, but the referees are not full-time employees. They have full-time jobs somewhere else and
Right.
come in on the weekends. So you literally have a dentist who's deciding whether or not this team goes to the next round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
That surprises me that they've let that go on this long. I think that's a change that will come eventually. But that's the current setup.
Well, not to mention, what is the economic impact of a single NFL game? It's got to be in the millions.
Oh, it's huge for the local economy and the TV revenues, and it's a giant pile of money for sure.
Didn't the cheerleaders also just finally get some decent money after years of being paid like nothing?
Only compared to the terrible money that they had before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the way that has been structured is it's almost like the bands. The rumor is that the bands on the Super Bowl aren't paid, that they are all lobbying for that because it's such a windfall for them PR wise.
Yep.
And the cheerleaders have basically been working for free for most of the years to get in front of the cameras and spin off careers in modeling and acting and whatever else they're pursuing.
Right.
They've been grossly underpaid for sure.
As of 2025, they're making 150. Veteran cheerleaders are up from 75 previously. So it's
$150 a game? That's how much it costs to get your hair done.
a year.
It's true.
Oh, $150 a year.
Wait a minute. What's Kristen Burt saying here?
DCC got a 400% pay raise this season, but only DCC.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders?
Yeah.
Seems to be, everyone else is making not so much.
Oh, it's funny. Charlie from Albuquerque said Vikings used to use high school cheerleaders years ago. I know somebody that actually was a Vikings cheerleader from St. Louis Park. Laura Jacobson.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think she was the last year where they used high school cheerleaders.
Honest to God. Laura.
Oh yeah, here we go. The average across the NFL is about 22,000 a year. So it really depends on the team.
Yeah, I suppose that is true.
Panthers make 75,000. Yeah, like Kristen said, the Dallas cheerleaders are now making like 150, but some of them are making basically minimum wage.
But what we have to understand is that the NFL only makes about $85 billion a minute.
That's just
They're printing
that's just
money.
hedge fund bullshit right there.
Yeah.
That's what that
That's
is.
probably true. That's probably true. Good God. The whole world is so nuts right now.
It's my favorite thing on this show is when Catherine cusses. It just makes me smile.
I understand, absolutely. Unless it's at me. Unless she's cussing
All
at
these
me,
years of her tight lips when I do some boyish joke.
then. That's very true.
The eye rolling when I do some corny thing. To hear her cuss is always
Well,
fun.
you just think about, these cheerleaders, they have to go to practice. They're supposed to do personal appearances, which they get paid for some personal appearances. A lot of it's charity work.
Oh,
Like I said, their hairstyles alone cost a fortune because they all have to have the same cut and this and that and the
Yeah.
other thing. They've got to go into makeup. They've got to stay in shape. They've got to do all this stuff. It's a full-time job just to take care of yourself to that level.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
it really
Yeah.
is.
No, it's a lot. There was a couple of years ago. There was like somebody did a breakdown in terms of the hours spent and the hourly rate. It was like way below, like whatever. It's way below waiting tables in terms of real money
I know.
per time
That's
spent.
outrageous.
Yeah,
Oh, Bob Sanseviere's lovely wife Mary was a Viking cheerleader for years.
She was.
Oh, really?
She also, I think, was a coach.
The what? Oh, you mean the coach of the cheerleader?
Cheerleaders, yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't.
Yeah, and she got paid diddly.
right.
Well, that'll happen. Yeah, I don't know. You know what's really weird about that, Kostaki, is that I'm a huge Viking fan, huge Twins fan. I didn't really follow. I followed the Gophers basketball team. I never really followed hockey. Even though I grew up in Minnesota, I didn't know anything about. I think there was one hockey rink in North Minneapolis. That was about it, and everybody used that to sleep or something. But honest to God, I didn't watch hardly any Vikings games this year. Didn't watch a lot of baseball. I watched some baseball though, not a lot of it. But I am sick to death of getting kicked in the nuts every year by these two teams.
I hear you,
really
man.
tired.
I
of it.
totally get it. I don't know if you know the name Chris Bowers. He's a comic friend of mine
Yep.
from
I
Cincinnati.
do. Yep.
Bowers called me one day and he goes, "Dude, I can't do it anymore.
No.
It's like I feel like I'm in a bad relationship. Like I just get beaten up every Sunday."
Yep.
I goes, "I'm breaking up with the Bengals. I don't want to see her anymore." and he had this whole he was really sad about it because he had
Yep.
been a Bengals fan his whole life. And I gave him a whole speech. I go, here's what you do: you get a fantasy team, you get a pick'em league, you get a thing, you pick a second favorite team. You got to spread your care out a little bit because the story arcs of the NFL are still really interesting, even when your team sucks. But you have to invest in those things too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you have a dynasty team and you're following all the players and all to me, I find that so much more interesting than the Falcons personally.
I understand that. Well, when I started at KQRS in 1987, one of the first things I did, I predicted the Twins would win the World Series. And everybody goes, "What are you, nuts? There's no way that's going to happen." Well, they did win the World Series in 1987. And then they also won the World Series in 1991. And now they haven't won a World Series in 34 years.
Right. Yeah.
Not even been in one. They haven't even been in a World Series in 34 years.
Yeah. That's
What
how it do.
the hell? That's how it do.
That's how it do. It comes and goes. And you don't really even recognize it when you're in it. Like, oh, this is how it's gonna,
Yeah.
When your team's good, you don't even fully appreciate it until it's gone. And you're like, oh, like when Mike Tomlin was maybe pushed out of town this year,
Yep.
he spent 19 years as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, not one losing season.
Wow.
Can you
And he gets
imagine?
fired.
No.
I would kill for a coach that good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would kill for 19 years of no losing seasons for the team that I love.
For a
Yeah.
guy who adored the Vikings his entire life, and I did from 1960, was it 60 or 61, Catherine? Well, you weren't even born. Well, you were born, but you were 1 year old.
I was a
You
widow.
wouldn't know.
I was a widow. Yeah, there you go. But I mean, all the way back to that whole situation, I am honestly telling you the truth, ladies and gentlemen, when I say I can't even tell you what the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings name is. I have no idea because I don't
Oh,
watch
right.
the games anymore.
Right. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
And you can only get
Yep.
beaten up so much, and you're like, I
It's
don't know.
true.
You see that? I don't know. It became viral the last month or so. That there's a clip of like a 16-year-old kid walking out in the Jets jersey. Have you seen this?
No.
And it's like one of these man on the street interviews.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and he comes back, and you could just feel the pain in this kid's face. He goes, "I was born into this. I love the Jets, but I got to tell you, I hate this team." And he just goes on this tirade about how insufferable they are, and how terrible they are, and how it hurts his feelings. They're so bad always. It's a funny thing to connect to that we do as sports fans. It's a strange choice to make, to get so glued to a thing that you have no control over, that
Right.
Yeah.
doesn't really affect anything important in life at all.
No, it doesn't. But it's your happy time at on the weekend,
Well, to me, it's what I really embraced about fantasy football was it's 12 dudes that live all over the country that we grew up together, and we have a common place to like connect over. Hey, and you trash talk.
Sure.
Hey, I beat you this week, and I can't believe you picked up that tight end, and that guy's the one that scored the touchdown. F you, It's to me that's the beauty of football when you get into an Uber and you can talk for a few minutes about how it went this weekend with a stranger and have a laugh about it.
Yep.
You can't get too invested without outcomes. It makes you crazy.
It's true.
But the storylines are fun, and the connecting with buddies. I think it's a communal experience. When Bob and Tom this past week, they've been so excited because Indiana won the national championship. They all have different people that have went to school there, and my sister and the thing, and I used to go there and get blackout drunk when I was a kid, and I can't believe they came, not me, but they came around, and that was a team that sucked for 100 years.
Yeah. Yep.
And they won it all this year, and they beat some big, scary teams to do it. It's a beautiful story, right? That's the reason we like sports is those kind of stories. And the quarterback of that team is this earnest, weird, white Kirk Cousins type guy who's just full of energy and excitable and nerdy. It's a really interesting character. It'd be fun to watch him go on to the next thing. He's probably going to wind up playing for the Raiders, which is a hilarious match for a earnest, happy white kid to go to Las Vegas and play for the Raiders.
God, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
And we only got 2 more days with you. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. And then I sleep in on Tuesdays. Yeah.
What the hell?
Then I'll text you once in a while in the afternoons.
So Tuesday, a week from today and 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today, you're done after that show for the year.
Yeah. Once in a while I call you. We can do some crazy in March or April or draft or, some big news story happens. I'll call you.
But we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Looking forward. All right,
Thank
Pally,
you, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.
Kostaki Economopoulos, ladies and gentlemen. You still got quick snaps going? Oh, he hopped off. I just wanted to make sure Kostaki had quick snaps. I love that. There's no question. All right, we'll take a break. Be right back. Kristen Burt will join us right after this, right, Andy?
I believe so.
All right, we'll be right
I
back.
think I don't know actually. Kristen, why don't you
She's been posting.
Private chat because I don't know how much time you have. It's already 11:03, so
She'll be fine.
all right then.
We'll be right back. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Pally?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Ladies and gentlemen, the holidays, as you know, are over. Christmas shopping is done. November and December are about family. Absolutely about family. But January is about decompressing and unwinding. We only got, 4 more days left of that? Man. Say, for example, by listening to your favorite podcast while drinking hot chocolate out of your favorite podcast official mug, just visit TomBernardPodcast.com and click the merch tab to get started on making January yours. Kristen Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All right, just do me a favor and just keep your head a little smaller after I tell you this, okay?
Uh-oh.
Big Dave 13. Big Dave had to leave. He had something to do. He just posted, well, since Kristen is coming on. Oh, God.
He wanted to see
Look
what
at
my
her.
hair looked like today. I'm sure that's what it was.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Look, both you and Catherine have a very beautiful hair going today thing.
Thank
Thanks.
you. This is second day hair.
Second day hair is better than first day hair.
It
Oh, it
is.
is?
Fluffy first day.
Fluffy
Well,
first. Oh, it's too dry.
Right?
Yep.
Indeed. So, Kristen, how much time do you have? Because I don't want to run over your time.
I
Trample
have
on
about
you.
10 minutes, so. we
Okay,
should be
good. Perfect. That'll
Yeah.
work out actually perfectly. So thank you. What's happening, sister? You know what? I got to tell you something. I can tell by the look in your eyes. Something good's happening because you look kind of sad for a few days, but now you look happy.
I don't think I haven't been sad in a long time.
Well, last couple of shows have been, I got to work with Tom again.
Is that what it is? Is that why
Okay.
I'm sad?
Must be what it is. Absolutely. No question. What's happening?
I promised some trader news for all of my
Mm.
traders fans. We
Right.
talked about that, yesterday. There is going to be a play, a traders play coming out, but it's going to be immersive. So I think they're probably going to try and do like Clue, where you get to kind of participate in all of this. They've done the immersive experience out here in Los Angeles. They're going to do it in the UK, and I'm sure it'll come to Broadway at a certain point. But it just proves that the traders phenomenon is continuing and that this is going to make everyone a lot of money.
Really? What do
Yeah.
you mean by everyone? Like
Well,
everyone, everyone?
Alan Cumming, who is the host of the US one, he's an executive producer. He stands to make a ton of money based off of this. There's also a version in the UK and in Australia. People are watching all versions, just so that they have something to watch year round when it comes to traders. So it's become a really popular competition game, and everyone has an opinion about it.
And it's called what again? Traders?
The traders, yeah. So currently, the U.S. version is airing on Peacock on Thursday nights, and you watch a bunch of like random reality celebrities and actors and sometimes athletes come and try and play a game. Half of them are faithfuls, a few of them are traders, and your goal is to try and avoid getting murdered and win the $250,000 at the end.
Oh.
So it's a fun game of strategy and a fun game of deceit, and I think that's why people get very actively involved in it.
You know, it's so funny, kind of a coincidence, because I watched a lot of times on YouTube channel the wrap up of the Family Feud, right?
Yep, your new love.
And you were just talking about what, $250,000 to win
Yeah.
if they win this year?
Is that over a whole season?
Yeah, so I think it's usually
okay.
about 10 episodes.
Okay.
The reason I bring it up is just this morning I was watching some old clips of, Family Feud, and Steve does a good job on that show and all the rest of it. But these people, the ding, 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 they get to the 201 points or whatever, over 200 points.
Yeah.
So they did win the money. And these people are so excited. They just won $5,000. I'm like, oh my God. Compared to now, $5,000, people wouldn't even show up to win $5,000.
What is it now? Because it's still
20,
on
I
with Steve
think.
Harvey. 25,000 maybe, or 20?
I think it's 20, 25, somewhere in there. I think
That
it's
doesn't
20.
even seem like a lot, to be honest.
No,
Because
not
there's 5 of
comparatively.
you. You're going to divide it up. You have taxes. It's not a lot of money.
$5,000, and people are going, oh, woo, 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 woo. It's like, yeah, $1,000 a piece is a lot of money, but it's not that much.
Yeah, it's not that much.
It's the best way to put it, isn't it?
Well, I don't think that a lot of those game shows really paid that well. Like Wheel of Fortune,
Oh, yeah.
hardly anybody won the big jackpot, and you go home with like nothing. You should get a little something.
I know. There is $1 million prize now on Wheel of Fortune, but it's always a headline generator when someone does win it. So it's not happening.
Hasn't
Oh,
there
yeah.
been for a long time? It just, the odds of getting it are basically 0%.
Yeah, and I think that the last $1 million one, the woman she couldn't guess the final puzzle.
Oh, that's
so she
sucks.
didn't win it. Yeah, it was so
I'm surprised-
frustrating.
I'm surprised you don't see more loser meltdowns on shows like that. Because, I mean, for some people, even $10,000 can be an insane amount of money for some people, depending on their life circumstances. I'm surprised people aren't like, they get this close and they're always like, oh, good game, good game. It's like, I don't know, you should be ripping your hair out.
I You know
Well,
what?
that's nice.
If that was me and I lost the $1 million prize, I'm terrible at Wheel of Fortune anyway, but I
Me too.
think I would be in shock. And then I think I would probably cry behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Catherine, what did the guy say again? We were watching some highlights of a show yesterday, one of the shows yesterday, and what did he give as a response again? Do you remember?
Are you talking about the wedding one?
Was it the wedding one? I don't
We
know. Was
talked
it
about that the other day.
really?
That's-
No, so it wasn't. It couldn't have been the other day because it just happened like yesterday.
Oh.
And I can't remember what the hell the guy just made up an English word. It's not even a real word. I'm like, what the hell are
Well,
you?
when I was making my coffee and dealing with Jude this morning, you were watching it again, and
Yeah.
one of it was, name something you have to teach a baby to do. You know, you think talk, walk,
Walk, yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. The
Eat.
guy says cough.
Teach a baby to. Oh, that's right. It was
They'll do
teach
that
a
by
baby to
themselves.
cough.
Those babies will cough all over you on their own, right in your face, so that you're sick with the flu.
Yeah.
Sometimes the stuff they say, you're just like, what?
Yeah.
What?
I,
Doesn't make any sense.
you know, when a baby is first born, I know they used to like hit him on the back to make him start coughing or something, right?
Well,
But I don't
yeah.
think they
Teach
teach it anymore
them.
because, yeah, you don't teach them to cough; they just do.
Oh my God, that's
It's
right.
like teaching someone to sneeze. It's like, you don't really do that. You don't have to do that.
No, you do not have to do that.
Had a hiccup.
Yeah.
I guess. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
will hiccup today.
I mean, the show is good. Steve Harvey does a really nice job in that show, and it's a good show. It's interesting to see people and this, that, and the other thing. But once in a while, people say the weirdest crap. It's like, what are you talking about?
Well, I just
Well,
think
they
it's your
do.
brain doesn't work because you're, under the bright lights and
I feel like I'd freeze up in that kind of scenario. Like I'd think of a million
think
things,
so?
but I couldn't decide which one to say, and then by the time I could figure it out, I'd be out of time.
it's kind of interesting because the people that do a really, usually that do a really good job, they kind of go down into this little
Yeah, that you have
they're
to.
not there kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yep,
They just sort of like a cat or a raccoon. Nobody's there.
there's-
So they can think.
There's the audience watching you. There's the host right next to you staring at you. There's the families. There's all the
Yeah.
stage lights. And there's just like so much stuff. You could just completely freeze up.
could,
You could get
yeah.
sensory overload.
Yeah, you could have a brain freeze easily.
And I know just from interviewing people over the years, they can be conversationally so fantastic. And you're like, this is going to be such a great interview. The second the camera light goes on, they freeze up and sometimes they become robots. Have you ever had that happen, Tom? You're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so much fun. And then all of a sudden they're like, I
Oh,
am
yeah.
a robot. And you're like, what happened?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They get
one time we had
nervous.
one time we had a doctor on who was like a surgeon. It's like you perform surgery, and as soon as the mics opened up, he started like shaking.
He did. He's terrified.
What?
Well, remember we had, I remember one of our very early episodes, we had, well, I can't remember his name though now. The doctor, I used to see him like ages ago. His wife called him Bear. What was his name? Olson.
Oh, you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
Liz
Paulie
and Paul
Olson.
Olson.
Paul Olson,
Dr.
yeah.
Olson.
We had Paul
Yep.
Olson on the show, and I remember he was just like clammed up the entire show because he was so nervous about being behind a mic.
Which is funny because he actually wrote plays, and his
Yeah,
wife
exactly.
was
A very
like an
boisterous
actress.
man, but as
Yeah.
soon as you put him behind a microphone, he just like could not think of what to say. And I
so weird.
get it.
It's
Yeah.
It's a weird phenomenon though. When you see it, you're like, oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, say something, please.
Yeah, you're like, help me out here. I'm doing some heavy lifting. You're like dragging the body through the interview.
No question. Well, you got to go in 30 seconds. So I got to mention one more
30
thing
seconds.
about. Well, she's got. I'm not pushing her off, honey. Believe me. No, I'm not pushing her off the show. But the person I was just talking about. Well, I mean, Catherine was just talking about the one. What was it again?
Paul Olson?
No. The guy on Family Feud. What did he say? Cough.
Cough.
We have to teach a baby to cough. That's right. So I'm looking at the guy. Everybody in his family, head to toe, is dressed in yellow. Everybody in the family. And it's all that stuff. They pull back. Please welcome to the Family Feud, the Mustard family. That's their last name was Mustard.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? Mustard's
Colonel
yellow.
Mustard did it in the library with
That's
the lead
exactly
pipe.
what I said. A Colonel
Mm.
Mustard.
Colonel, man, could be Colonel Mustard.
I
Must
loved
have been-
Clue as a kid. I played so much of that.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with the name, but it's like, you really want to wear yellow clothing when your name is Mr. Mustard?
Yeah, they were doing that on purpose. They were being
that's-
quirky.
Yes, they're being kitschy, campy, fun.
Okay.
It's like the families that all wear the same outfit to Disney World.
Yeah. Yep. All right, sister. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, and I just got my hands on it. Netflix just sent it to me. The Miracle, the Boys of 1980. So about the Miracle on Ice. There's a new documentary coming on the 30th. And so I'm going to watch it tonight, and I'll let you guys know tomorrow.
There's a lot of Minnesotans in that, are they not?
There are, and New Englanders. It was
And New
Boston.
Englanders, yeah.
Yeah, everyone was from like BU, BC, or they're from Minnesota.
Yep, absolutely. I remember that.
And my favorite moment was I can't remember who it was, but one of them was looking for their dad. He was clearly from New England because you see him mouthing, "Where's my father?
Where's my father? Where's my father?" That is true. All right, Mrs. Mustard, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Kristen Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We'll take a break. Be right back. Bob Sansevier. We have to put up with Bob Sansevier next. Is that right?
Number one Seahawks fan in the world as of the other day. Right?
Yes, as of the other day. We'll be right back right after this. Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Pete Wolf, owner of Robinson Rubber of Robbinsdale.
I partnered with North American Banking Company because I was able to talk to the president, and I know they have my back. They are much easier to talk to than those larger banks. The openness and flexibility has been the best part of banking with North American Banking Company. They understand small to medium businesses. No matter what part of the bank I am working with, North American Banking Company has the latest technology and friendly staff. I would absolutely recommend North American Banking Company to any of my closest colleagues if they want to have peace of mind in their business.
So why not bank where I bank, with my friends at North American Banking Company? To learn more about North American Banking Company, go to nabanco.com. That's nabanco.com, or do what I do and stop by any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to us. Your customers are listening to us, and they'll hear me promote your business. The Tom Barnard Podcast attracts thousands of listeners who are loyal, engaged, and ready to support businesses they trust. Our podcast has helped numerous businesses increase traffic, sales, and brand recognition. We're not just about ads, we're about results. Whether you're a local business or a national brand, we offer custom advertising packages designed to fit your unique needs and goals. Our audience spans multiple demographics, allowing you to target your ideal customers with precision, from millennials to baby boomers and everyone in between. With the broad reach of the show and passionate following, your business will see increased visibility and awareness, translating into more customers and sales. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in 2026, Bob Sansevier is not behind the wheel of his vehicle to be on the show.
Not true. Last week I was not behind the wheel of my
That is
vehicle.
loud. That was very loud.
I'm sorry. I'll dial
Well, it
it
is
back.
Bob Sansevier. What do you expect?
Yeah, there you go.
No, we talked last week and I was sitting here. It was the week before I was behind the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I must have forgotten.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
That must be it. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Sansevier, brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury lawyers. Seeking justice for the injured, contact Bradshaw and Bryant at MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com. That is MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com. What is happening, Sandy?
Well, if you're a Vikings fan, you may be a little in torment over seeing the guy that wasn't good enough to stay with you. You know, at the time, I said, you can't pay him that kind of money. So I'm going to use retrospect. When you look back, though, there was something that told Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah and Kevin O'Connell, KOC, that he was not good enough for this team. Yet, there was something that told John Schneider and Mike McDonald, the coaches, the GM and coach in Seattle, he was worth giving $105 million to. Talking, of course, about Sam Darnold. And he's taking them. He had a great game the other day. He's leading them to the Super Bowl. The problem last year, I think it was more knee-jerk. And KOC is supposed to be the great quarterback whisperer. How did you whiff on this guy?
Right.
Is it because, yes, he was overrun and looked terrible against the Lions and then against the Rams in the playoff game? But it's because your line sucked and you as coach did nothing to help him by putting extra players back there to block for him.
Bob,
I put it on KOC.
I got to be honest with you, Bob. Just a few weeks ago, I got in an argument with a really good friend of mine because I said this Viking team sucks. I don't think a coach is worth a damn. That's my opinion. And he got very mad at me. This coach is great. What do you mean?
What has he done that's great? He hasn't won a playoff game.
No.
Yes, they won 14 games, but when it counted,
Yep.
His problem is I think he could be a good coach. He is stubborn. He will not give. He will not relent and see that. Well, wait a minute, my guy's getting overrun, and he has to go with his vertical game. He did have a few shifts late in the year where he was putting more putting a fullback back there and maybe a little more tight ends. But by then it was too late. Then he was experimenting because it was clear they weren't making the postseason. I'm not a fan of his. I haven't been from the beginning.
Either. I'm not. I'm right there with you, Bob. I didn't like the guy from the beginning. He just stays inside. He has no emotion at all. That's one thing I did like about Bud Grant. He got pretty emotional, even though in person
You didn't see it. Yeah.
You didn't see it. Yeah. But I just some of these coaches, I suppose Denny Green, he got emotional.
Then he could get emotional at times. But, early in the career, I was the first one critical of Denny. His first year, first few months on the job, he takes John Michaels and Tom Batta. Michaels, the longtime offensive line coach, and Batta was their special teams coach, takes them to the Senior Bowl, lets them grade all the players he wanted, then he fired them there and sent them back home. Fired him at the Senior Bowl. That, to me, told him this is not a good guy. And you know what told me, or it was my indication that KOC and Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah are not good guys? They fire Bob Hagan, who you know and I know, one of the best PR guys in the league, because he was not their guy. He worked for the former coach. And the coach, the fact that he worked for 5 or 6 coaches tells you he can adapt and will work for you. But they didn't want that. So I don't have respect for these guys.
Remember the great first time I ever met in person Denny Green doing a commercial downtown? I'm in there, and I'm walking out of Studio A, and he's walking into Studio B. And he sees me, and he stops walking. And I'd never met him, but apparently he knew who I was.
And you knew it was him, right?
And I knew it was him. Right. He stops, so I just stop and look at him, and he says the following: "Goddamn KQRA." KQRA, yeah, that's it, Denny. That's exactly what it was.
One of the best interactions I ever had with him was after the Tampa Bay game, and he wrote the book "No Time for Crybabies."
Yep.
And he did not want to talk about it. And you remember, because I had the audio.
I do.
We're just going to talk about Tampa Bay. Any more questions about Tampa Bay? You can hear the crickets. So then I hit him with, "Now can we talk about the book?" And that's when we had that little thing on the side going back and forth, and I was just carrying water for you. And, he was just all worked up. And there weren't Denny was a different character. No question about it.
I was trying to think of one coach in one sport who did like me. I don't think there were any.
TK liked you.
Yeah, TK did.
Later?
That's true. That was, Tom Kelly and I got along pretty well. He's a pretty soft-spoken guy anyway. But I just ran into him a couple of years ago over at Midland Hills over in St. Paul, and he could not have been nicer. It was great to see him.
Yeah, I always he was kind of gruff. You know where we found common ground? Because I was not a big baseball guy. And but he also, he realized I wasn't trying to be. But we found common ground on fantasy football. Because they had a huge fantasy football league on the team.
Yep.
Which was that's where the common ground was. But what he hated was the guys who thought they were football or baseball experts.
Yeah.
And I never portrayed myself that way.
No.
And he did not like the guys who'd show up, the beat guys with a suit and tie, which at least one guy did.
One thing I do, looking back on that whole era, was amazing. The coaches all hated my guts, but superstars like Chuck Foreman loved me.
Well, I mean, and you never really, I don't know if you ever interacted, but you and Tice would have gotten along. You and Mike Tice. No question.
I don't think so.
You absolutely would have.
I was at a golf course once, and he was walking with Joe, whatever his name was, from Channel 5.
Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Was it Joe Schmidt?
Yeah.
They didn't know I was behind them. They were bad-mouthing the hell out of me, mostly Joe, kissing ass on the head coach.
Well, but
you know what I mean?
but Mike, I mean, if Mike had, I'm saying, if you'd gotten to know him, he got to know you, you get along.
Yeah,
fine.
maybe. Yeah, you're probably right.
Well, I also think back in those days, well, and still to this day, we've always had a pretty sympathetic press and not a lot of criticism.
Yeah.
Everybody was always so nice to each other, and you were kind of outspoken, and they didn't
What
like
do you
it.
mean,
Why would, they're
outspoken?
not used to it. They don't like it.
Tom, in honesty, you on the radio and me in print. I mean, we were among the first to go after people
Yep.
because
that's
they were
very
used to the
true.
Sid Hartman way of doing things.
I love Sydney. Where's Sydney? Matter of fact, have you seen Chad Hartman lately?
I haven't seen him in quite a while. No.
God, I think the world of that guy. I just don't ever see him anymore. But Chad Hartman's one of my favorite people. Just a great guy.
Yeah, I mean, I like Sid and I like Chad. I knew Sid
Yep.
even better than
Yep.
Chad
Oh, Sid was
because
a
I'd
great
worked
guy.
with him so much. But he was. He was. I've told you this story, and people have probably heard it. Once I got him to say my name correctly because I had him do it phonetically. San Sevier. Savar. Sansevier.
Sansevier. Yeah, Sansevier. I remember that one.
Yeah, but he
Oh,
was. He
God.
was. It's been now. What would he? He would be 106 now.
106.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Okay, if you believe the license that he once showed me.
Well,
that
that's
said
true.
1920. I have people that swear he was at least 1919 because they went to school with him, and this is years ago.
I think that you're right because he was a year older than my mother, and she was born in 1920.
Yeah, I don't know why he would have gotten the 20 license, but he did.
I don't know, but yeah, Chad, if you're listening, because I know Chad listens to the show once in a while. If you're listening, man, I got to reach out to you. I haven't seen him in a while. That's another one, Jason DeRusha. Because Chad's a pretty liberal guy, right?
Very.
And
I'd say
Jason
so.
DeRusha, is it very, not just kind of? But I think the world of both of them. They very, very nice to me. They think the world of me, which I appreciate. I mean, it can happen, but it hardly ever does.
All right, I'm not going to go off on a political tangent, but I do have a question for both of you.
All right.
I have lost one friend over politics, and it goes back a few years because I could not vote for Kamala Harris.
No.
And because I didn't, she could not live with that or deal
Were
with
you
that.
unburdened by what has been?
What?
Wasn't that one of her famous
Yeah.
quotes?
Oh, well, that's right. Yes.
We must
I
be.
just spit on
But I-
myself
I-
because of you. I
I
want you to
thought
know.
about it this morning, and it's sad because we were great. I mean, this friendship goes back to when I lived in New Jersey, and but it's just a shame. But have you lost friends over, liberal, conservative, anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's no doubt about
It's
that.
one for me. So
Is this
maybe I'm
one?
fortunate.
Oh, I think
It's
so.
not more.
But the amazing thing about that is there are many, many far liberals and far conservatives that I get along with wonderfully, think the world of, and all the rest of it. I just don't understand. Why are politics so damn important to people? Settle down.
Well, there's some people who believe, and this is the right and the left, if you're not in lockstep with them,
yeah.
you're just, your soul, you're soulless, or your soul is gonna just burn up. That they can't tolerate it, and it's not one side; it's both sides.
Yeah.
That's a sad thing.
Yeah, the social contagion is real.
Yep, sure is.
It really is.
Hey, now this is gonna go back, and I don't think you can go back and find it. But when Kristen first came on, somebody posted something about blah blah sidelines. My wife's a beautiful woman, but she never was on the sideline cheering or something. Who's going after cheerleaders? Who was that guy?
No, it was Dave. He wasn't going after cheerleaders. He was saying that my wife's a beautiful woman. I don't need to look at women prancing on the sidelines.
Prancing.
He
Well,
was
my
just-
wife pranced on the sideline.
yeah, it's
She
fine.
did.
Not so bad.
No, but
I was just
Nothing
wondering
wrong
what
with
that one
prancing.
was.
no, it wasn't anything against cheerleaders.
All right, I just
Okay,
I have
Andy.
to-
Particular.
Andy, I want you to think about this and then respond properly. Okay, you ready? And you don't have to say the first part. I'll say the first part. Your mother's a stunningly beautiful woman, right?
Yeah, Andy.
I'm glad I don't have to say that
Right?
part.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to say that part because that's my
How
my
awkward is
favorite
that
stuff.
for a kid? Yeah, Dad.
Uncomfortable.
But what I'm saying, don't you think your mom on the sidelines of a Viking game would have probably brought more people into the stadium? Well, Mary Sansevier did, didn't she?
Single-handedly.
I'm not cheerleader material.
No, you really are not cheerleader material.
Ah, you're selling yourself short.
I'm just not.
You know what, Tom? Get her a couple of pom poms, and we'll decide next week. Next Tuesday,
What?
Nana.
What? Pep.
Yeah.
and he'll take the
on,
day
Nana.
off.
just don't have the personality.
What the hell? Andy, we have one more break?
Yes, we do.
Okay, we better take that. Bob, can you stick around another 10, 15?
Of course, of course.
Of course. Okay, we'll be right back. Bob Sansevier. For Brad, John Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong, but suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing. And people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant. We're rocking out, man.
Now,
That's all I have to say.
I got to say this about Michael Bryan. He, as you know, he's in on the East Coast in trying a case.
Yes.
He did something on Saturday that I've always wanted to do, and I did 2/3 of it. He went to a triple bill of movies.
Oh,
wow.
my God.
I've seen back-to-back 2 movies, but never 3. It's something I always wanted to do when it's like on a lazy weekend. It was the perfect day because they were in the middle of a storm there, I think, on Saturday. You know, I think it had already started to hit, but that's pretty good.
I will tell you this, Michael Bryant. As you know, Michael and Bilski are 2 of my favorite people ever born. I just love those 2 guys. But Michael might be coming down for a little dinner this Saturday. And Kath and I were talking about it. Which place, should we sell our house here or the one in Minneapolis to pay for the bill?
If you go to a steakhouse, you have no idea. Yeah.
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 I'm
Or
not
take out
kidding.
a loan.
Yeah.
Take him for pizza.
No, he wants to go to, it's called Pink's Steakhouse. It is phenomenal, but you better have about $1,000 in cash with you when you go in there.
Well, find out if he won the case, which I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or just go to the bathroom for a prolonged period of time when the bill comes.
Jared in the chat, that's the first thing I thought of when he said a triple header with the movies, The Lord of the Rings. If you went and saw the extended edition of the Lord of the Rings movies back to back,
How many hours?
How long do you think you would be in there?
I would say 12, close to, not 12 hours, probably 10 and a half, 11.
I'm going 9. I'll go 9 hours. Nana?
I have no clue.
I have no clue. I understand.
11 and a half.
Oh, my God.
I figured it had to be close to that.
That's
Okay.
that's your
No,
day right
thank
there.
you.
I'm talking the extended editions. I think it is. It's like 9.5 for the standard theatrical release.
And you know what I thought about when Mike told me this? I'm thinking, how many tubs of popcorn could you eat through? How many could you handle in 3 movies?
Yeah.
And how many times? I mean, the trips I'd have to make to the bathroom.
Yeah,
'cause
for
I never
real.
get the small diet. It's always the big one.
I'd be sick halfway through the second movie eating popcorn and
Yes.
a bunch of crunch.
Because you wouldn't. I mean, I don't eat popcorn and watch a movie at home, but in the theater, you gotta have popcorn.
You gotta.
You do. Moby Pete 8001 says, "Oh, sorry, Mike, I forgot my wallet."
Yep.
Stick him with the bill. That would be hilarious.
So, is this one of those things where they've got the I don't know, the $800 steak where it's a giant steak that you can't finish, or is it just
I'll look for you. Pink's
No, it's-
Steakhouse, you say?
Pink
Yeah.
Steakhouse, yeah.
Those people have another restaurant. This is
How's
their
he know
high.
about it? Has he been there before? Or
We
is
Yes.
it
took him there
just
last year.
Renowned. Okay.
Here we
Well,
go.
try
Really
something
cool.
new.
It's a really cool restaurant.
It
It's
is, yeah. Food's
very-
great.
Here we go. Dinner menu, pink steak. Okay, what are we looking at here?
Oh, God. Nana, do you want to hear this?
Why don't you
Eight
find the
ounce-
Florida version of the steak and shake?
Yeah, here's the thing that you were talking about, Bob. 32-ounce Wagyu tomahawk, $235.
For one steak.
I saw somebody buying one of those at the meat counter at Joseph's Italian
Yeah,
Market the other
yeah,
day, the
that's right.
tomahawk steak.
Yeah.
Man,
Tomahawk's
those things
cool.
are big.
An A5 Wagyu strip steak, 8 ounces, $168.
For an
Okay.
8-ounce steak.
What you know? What the only way to save money is suggest to them. You know, we could eat more if we just get water.
Appetizers.
one.
How about we share some appetizers?
Yeah, there you
Well, the
go.
weird thing is, not everything. Like, I mean, they've got their salads are like $17, $18. They got shrimp cocktails. Tiger shrimp cocktail, $22. That's not that bad.
No.
But then they got a prime ribeye for $95.
Ooh, bargain
Does
day.
it come with anything, or do you have to order everything a la carte? That's where they get you.
Man.
That's true. Well, I'm guessing not, because you have to pay $6 for sauces.
What?
You don't even get a sauce?
I'm reaching for my
wait.
wallet already.
Their rosemary roasted garlic butter is only $5. So
So is it one of those places where you get your steak and then they put some fancy coloring on it that's like in a circle or some kind of a
Catherine,
design?
you remember
I
that?
don't
that fancy
actually-
stuff?
I don't remember how they presented everything. I remember being wowed by the decor.
Yes, it's beautiful.
I mean, there's a lot of, it's pink flamingo. So there's some huge pink flamingo lamps and sculptures, and it's very Miami Beach.
Well, if you want
Yeah,
to
it
save
is.
we tried to go 2 years ago, but then they couldn't accommodate Ethan, or was that
Oh,
somewhere
that's right.
else?
They didn't have high chairs.
Yeah, we
Yep.
tried to go, and they were like, "No, we
Yep.
can't seat your kids. Sorry." We were like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
we were like,
was
well,
there.
let's go to this new place, and they're like, oh, we don't have high chairs. I think it's just because it just opened. It wasn't like we hate kids.
Yeah, it was
Right.
literally
Yeah.
brand new.
Yep.
But also, I mean, I don't know if taking a 3-year-old to a place that serves $200 steaks is the best idea anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The way Ethan can eat or could eat, I mean,
Not
honest to
anymore.
God, I'll never forget him at Stressa, which is
Oh,
no
yeah.
longer the
God.
dearly departed
Our buddy
Stressa.
died, yeah.
I remember Ethan was eating a plate of spaghetti. He had his face in it, licking the sauce. He had it all over his hair.
That's
he was
right.
wearing the bowl. The guy was just laughing his butt off watching him eat that spaghetti. I remember laughing so hard. He was into it.
He was making a show of it because he saw everyone
Yeah.
laughing. And he was
Yes,
like, "Oh, that's
probably.
what we're gonna do."
But he
No,
did eat the entire plate of spaghetti,
Yes,
and
he
it
did.
was
Then he
large.
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
He
did.
sure did. Yep.
Now, if
And
you
now
want
he's-
to save some money on it, for a $20 bill, you slip the maitre d' or the waiter, yank out the Wagyu page, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
well, I don't have to
There
worry
you
about
have it.
Ethan overeating anymore. He barely eats.
That's right.
Ethan
And now,
doesn't?
now he subsists.
Yeah. Now
on-
we have to like bribe him to eat dinner.
Yeah, he's like an orchid. He just exists on air.
He's an orchid.
He's photosynthesized apparently, even in the winter. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, I don't know. And he's not a small kid. You'd think.
No,
he'd
he's
like a
not. He's
horse.
still very large for his age. So I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
I got to ask you because there's the big cliche, or if is it true, about places like Florida. At 3 or 4 o'clock, a lot of restaurants are full with the seniors down there. Is that
Oh.
do they go that early? The early bird specials?
know,
do they
it used-
exist?
I feel like it used to be that way more often, but now that West Palm
Yeah.
Beach is very trendy and there's
Yep.
a lot younger, more upwardly mobile clientele, which is it. But it's interesting because it used to be if you made a reservation at 5:30, you could get in no problem. Now the places are starting to open at 4, and they're busy. They're
Really?
very busy at 4 for dinner. Well, people come from all over the world. So you
Yeah.
don't know what time zone they're on and when
Yeah.
they're going to be hungry and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the 9 p.m.
Yeah.
reservation is not really
Well,
the most popular anymore.
Are there the small hole-in-the-wall local places that are really good and that a
Yes.
lot of the people won't
yeah.
go to, and you could always get in?
Oh, yeah.
You have to find them though.
Remember
they're
Sushi
small.
King that we used to live
Yes.
right next to? It was always empty, always.
Yep. And
There was
so
there
good.
was only ever maybe like 2 or 3 other people there or families there at most, and it was a pretty big place. And we'd go there all the time because it was cheap and it was really good. I mean, I would eat like 16, 20 rolls at a time.
It's a nice touch. Charlie from Albuquerque says side of mashed potatoes. Oh, excuse me. Side of mashed spuds. 75-cent cost to buy, but they charge you $23.
That's probably about right.
23 bucks for potato.
That's not. What's it cost to add butter?
Yeah, that doesn't include the butter, exactly.
Butter
Well,
pat.
on a steak, it's $5 for the rosemary infused butter, so probably $5.
But it's infused, Andy.
infused,
It's
yep.
It is
infused.
infused.
It is infused.
It's such an art.
Hey, do you have Costco's down there?
Oh,
Yes.
Florida.
Yep.
I'm hooked on these things. Mary had
Great.
ordered them a few weeks ago. No, not, but she orders Costco with Instacart. They have, I think you get 6 of them. They are 6 lime-infused things of rice, but you pop them in the microwave, 90 seconds, they're cooked.
Yeah.
I cook up some chicken and I throw that. I make better fried rice than you can get at any Asian restaurant.
Really?
It's incredible how quick, in a couple of minutes, you could have a full meal. It's phenomenal. Of course,
fried rice.
lime infused. It's not fried. It's lime infused.
Oh, okay.
It's lime
sorry.
lime tasting rice.
Infused.
She just gave you the Catherine look. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's the Mary look. They all have that.
And Mary look too. Yeah.
Infused.
So, all right, let me ask you. Now, both of you would know. In my house, there's real time and there's Mary time. Is there Catherine time in real time?
I'm
You know, I'm sitting right here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, is there though? I mean, is the clock a little different for all women or just my wife?
I don't know. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Whatever
Okay.
do you mean?
All right, you just answered it.
What the hell? All
It's
right,
funny,
Bob.
it's funny you mentioned rice because that is the one thing that Ethan and Colin will both always eat is just plain white rice.
Love rice. I
Really?
do.
Give them a bowl of rice. Don't even put anything on it. They'll just
Well-
eat the rice.
Just make sure they get more than that because that's how sailors used to get scurvy.
That's
in
right.
Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sneak some vitamin C in there somehow.
Yeah, you got to have a little sun. Infuse it
Sneak
with
it in there.
lime.
Well, there you go. Lime rice, no scurvy. Yeah,
So
you'll be
you
good.
Yep. Nothing
All right.
but positive things.
All right, Sandy. We'll talk to you next week.
I live for that.
We live for it too, pal.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
See you, Catherine. Catherine time. Bye.
Catherine time. All right, Andy. Any words to wrap it up?
Any Ethan stories this week or this
love
day
Ethan
or
stories.
whatever? 'Cause
We
I
love
had-
Ethan.
They
Story.
enjoying the snow?
No, it's too cold.
Oh,
Colin hates the snow. We tried putting him in his suit and we put him out and he just sat there and cried the entire time.
I know it's
oh.
too cold.
He's too young for it, I think. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too cold for him, or I don't know, or he's just confused. Or the suit's also very restrictive. You can't move terribly well in it.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's a baby snowsuit.
Yeah.
So I think he might not have liked that too.
Um,
But yeah, I don't know. We haven't even been putting Ethan outside because it's just frigid cold.
Well, we were watching some reports about all the big snow that was coming to the east and the northeast, and Toronto said how much snow they got in centimeters,
Oh.
Yep.
and it didn't. It's like anything centimeters doesn't sound like that much. I think it was like 39 centimeters or something. We're like, that sounds like nothing. They
Is that like
showed
20
some.
inches?
They, there you go.
Very
They
good.
showed this woman walking in the snow. It was up to her waist, and her large husky's back was covered, and he was just plowing through it. So yeah, everybody got a lot of snow.
Yeah.
did
But,
indeed.
and in Minnesota, we didn't get any because it's too cold to snow.
Oh, that's right. It's always when
Yep.
it warms up, it snows there like crazy.
Too cold. I'm sure we are going to get insane snow in like early March, maybe. Whenever, you know, that like interim period where you think it's about to be spring, but then just kidding. I think we're
Yeah.
going to get a whole lot of snow when that happens. But
yeah, probably.
right now it's so cold. I can't tell if we're getting winter out of the way early or if this is just a very long, crappy winter. It's hard to say.
Well, we're getting a little bit of fallout from the cold weather
Yeah,
down here.
yep.
It's going to be in the 40s.
Yeah, it's
when
going
we
to be in the
wake up.
40s
That's
tomorrow.
pretty cold for Florida.
It is.
46 for a low, 49, 44. Oh, Sunday, 31 for a low.
Wow. It's going to
Uh-oh.
freeze?
They are going to freak.
That is
out.
going to be yeah, because things aren't insulated there. Your pipes might freeze. So
31, 32 for a low.
yeah, drip some water
Yeah.
overnight because they are not used to that. I don't think I've ever been there when it's frozen.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen 49 for a high here
Yikes!
this far south. That's,
So yes, it's just a shitty winter for everyone, I guess.
Really is. Unbelievable.
Hooray.
All right, Andrew, that is going to do it. We will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Got a picture in my noggin reminds me of this rose before. Every time I hear the same reminds me how you talk in my door.